Hello. As we mark the World Environment Day, I believe sustainability must become an integral part of the way we live, lead, and grow. At Schaeffler, we are continuously driving sustainable manufacturing through focused efforts on waste reduction, maximizing recycling, improving resource efficiency, and building a culture of responsible growth. On a personal note, I prefer taking the stairs than the escalators at the airports whenever I travel. Small way to contribute to the environment. For India, one of the biggest challenges and opportunities is balancing our rapid growth aspirations with environmental responsibility. As we progress towards the vision of Viksit Bharat, it is equally important that growth is achieved sustainably with focus on climate action, resource efficiency, and long-term resilience. I think the biggest challenge for India are two: green energy production and freshwater conservation. The future will belong to organizations and societies that can successfully combine innovation, growth, and sustainability. Let us work together to create a cleaner, greener, and a more responsible future for the generations ahead.
The country's number one environmental problem is waste. For instance, Mumbai itself generates about 6,500 metric tons of waste each day. As companies responsible to drive sustainability, we have to form ecosystem partnership that can recycle this waste. Personally, I do not dispose any electronic goods recklessly. I always give it to a recycler or hand it over to that unit in Siemens that does safe recycling.
On World Environment Day, I remind myself that sustainability begins with everyday choices. For me, it's about being mindful about what you consume, how you manage your waste, how you manage your energy, and how you manage your day-to-day requirement to bring a livelihood. And India today faces a critical challenge of growing rapidly, and at the same time, how do we manage to reduce our emissions, to manage the impacts of climate change, and how do we remain resilient and grow in an equitable manner. In that regard, my commitment is ensure that sustainability is not a parallel agenda, but it is in the core of every business strategy that we are in, where we are all to solve the problem of the society. We should not create new problem. So ultimately, sustainability is about the future that we choose to create. So let us all come together and create a beautiful society, world where we all want to live, thrive, and prosper. All the best. Thank you.
A couple of personal habits that I usually try to follow. One, when traveling, I carry my own water flask and avoid buying bottled water. Two, in cities that have good metro connectivity, I usually take the metro to go from place to place. Of the several environmental challenges India faces, I would think accelerated heat stress combined with air pollution in our cities is particularly severe, affecting the most vulnerable workers who have no choice but to be out there in the open working for their living. The impacts on their health, productivity, and eventually on our economy are deep. Going into the future, I would think that India's consumption profile needs to be balanced out a little bit more. The middle and upper middle class must reduce overconsumption, while the bottom half of the population needs access to better nutrition, housing, and the essentials of a decent life. Thank you.